Damn. We used to know how to have
a
fun
good
time, didn't we? I mean, Tristan, can I say something?
Yeah. I mean, I have an idea what you're going to say.
You think I know? You know?
I think I know what you know.
I just want to say, I mean, damn, we used to know how to have fun.
Before?
Way back before. I mean, before
Way
the
before?
bills started piling up.
Imagine this. You're looking at your kitchen counter. All those bills were stacking up.
Before that, though. That's when we...
Way
before that.
You used to have clean countertops.
Wipe them clean. Before the bills started piling up. Before we used to what?
Before... I actually forgot the rest of the next part.
Think about our necks.
Our necks.
We used to throw our necks out from sleeping wrong. Throw our backs out from sleeping wrong.
Another one. But before, we didn't even need a Google Calendar invite.
Before fun needed a calendar invite.
We did not need a calendar invite to have fun. I didn't need a party full.
No. I didn't need a Zoom count link, just walk outside, have a good time.
I didn't need somebody texting me like, here are the plans. I'd walk out my front door. I'd say, I'm here to have a fun time. I'm ready to go.
You know all it used to take?
Trust me, went into Best Buy the other day. You know what I saw?
What'd you see?
All these new speakers. They were new speakers. What, back in my day, all we needed, you want to know what all we needed?
Tell me.
Cheap speaker. A cheap speaker.
Pack of?
Maybe even free 99. And this is even before Geek Bars. All we needed was
pack of cigarettes.
Marlboro Lights even.
Marlboro Reds even.
I mean,
Parliament. We used to know how to have fun. I mean,
we used to know how to have fun, and then somebody has just up and come and taken that away. Something shifted in the stratosphere, and someone shifted and took that away from us.
I mean, it just took a few of us, those things we just listed, a few bad ideas.
Throw back some beers, maybe. I don't know. Could be Diet Cola. You didn't need liquor to have fun.
Hell no.
You just need your friends. Few smiles.
Bad ideas.
Cheapest speaker
you can find.
Do not go to Best Buy.
I mean, those are all new speakers. All we needed was a cheap speaker.
Cheap speaker. eBay. Maybe
back
try
in
eBay.
09,
yeah.
I agree.
Well, I mean, glad you brought that up because that's all I've been thinking about over the past years and years and years and years and years.
Especially these past couple weeks, though, because we haven't been here in a couple weeks.
You'll like what you see, don't you? Got these two young ladies back
in business. We're trying
back in freaking business.
Back in business. We're not bi-coastal. We're not.
And I'm so thankful. I was really all giddy all day as all get out that we're going to be back here in this studio and to see you. It's been too long.
I know.
We don't really get to hang out as co-hosts like ever that often. We just we see each other once a week.
In passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just see each other for business stuff.
She's like a girl that I would say hey to like at a bar if I saw her just like to be
from
nice.
Afar. I can only do like small talk.
Yes, very, very brief and small talk. I don't do
I don't want to associate with you really too much.
I totally agree and I totally understand and that's completely fine.
Yeah, but anyway, with that being said, it's great to see you tonight and welcome back to the episode.
Let's take a moment to, it's not even an elephant in the room. I mean, it could be. It's a gorgeous elephant.
It's not an elephant. I think it's more of like a butterfly effect in the room because it's something that we can't go without mentioning. Look at our blouses, y'all.
One of a kind.
These are one of a kind. I know I posted these on our story the other day, but just seeing us model them live and in person, what do y'all think?
Really, really cute. Channing's has Don't Talk to Me Till I Have On My House Wedges.
And Tristan says, really, 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 really cool and nice.
Really, really great and really, really nice as well.
So a very, very close confidant of ours via Instagram, Megan F.
Thank you, Megan F.
Made these custom for us. So, I mean, she also made us ones that say, I know you don't give a damn and has it censored.
I'm going to wear that to work tomorrow.
You absolutely should.
I will.
I wore mine last week, just out all around town, and I was realizing, I wore it in the grocery store, the post office. I wasn't really thinking about it.
You're campaigning for us.
Yeah, but I was like, these people are probably like, why is she wearing that? Well, actually, they probably weren't. They probably knew what it was.
They probably knew what the freaking podcast was.
Not the All Care podcast.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
with Tristan and Channing.
To that. Yes. Yeah. So we love it, Megan. We cannot thank you enough. These are not our official merch. This is not our official merch launch, but
soft launch.
Soft launch. It's something we're thinking about and maybe can get into a little bit later.
I mean, it might be busting down at y'all's doors ASAP, if not sooner. This is something we did not think we were going to be able to do. Oh, crack it open.
Woo! Waterloo of the week.
Yeah, Waterloo of the week. Doing grape.
It's actually Huckleberry Cobbler.
Okay.
There were some Guy Fieri Flavortown flavors. And
Crave. I'm so hungry. I could eat Guy Fieri. Fieri.
I don't know how you. Is it Fieri?
Fieri.
I said Fiero.
Fiero.
Literally. I just liked the purple color.
It
anyway.
is pretty. That's your color, and that in orange. Really, really soft lunch. I mean, this could be banging down at y'all's doors soon. We didn't anticipate this happening this soon on into our podcasting career. It has completely friggin' skyrocketed out and through, and y'all have been wanting some merch. So we are working on merch with some of our business is very family forward and friendly. It is a lot of our listeners. It is viewer based.
Yes.
I know we said we fired our whole team a couple episodes back. They did get fired. We've rehired.
We've had to go through a lot of interviews and we've rehired. So yeah, we kept on Alex who makes our clips.
Would never be anything without
Never
Alex.
Fire Alex.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple more people that are helping out. So
introduction soon. We're gonna get a full what are those things called? Roster, and then what are those that have fraternities and sororities and such?
I know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about too.
With the pictures and names.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it is. I hope it'll
compost.
It's like we're getting a huge compost made of
our team,
our full team.
Yes.
I mean, it takes a village, and
we can't thank y'all enough.
How cool is it that we're like viewer run merch?
I know,
viewer run clips. I mean, we could not do it without them.
We couldn't. Even when I just posted these on the story, everyone was like, "Well, where's the link?" I was like, "Well, baby, these are just for us."
Baby, we got to get some first. We have to test it out.
Baby, there is no plane quite yet.
There is no plane
there, but we cannot thank y'all enough, and we're working on it.
There wasn't a link. I was just trying to say how get you there.
But our goal is to have these up. That's not these particularly, but maybe
not these,
similar
a version,
vibes, up and available for pre-order by episode 12.
So that's a personal goal of ours. We don't know. We are not, that we know a lot, but we don't know a lot.
Everything. Yeah.
We don't know shit, but we know a lot.
We know a good bit, but not 115% about logistics and, printing and things like that. So we are outsourcing, we are insourcing and revitalizing.
And importing.
I think so too. And yeah.
So it's going to have to be completely friggin' pre-order. They'll come eventually. I mean, we are working overtime when we are able to.
We have been in touch with like a production company as well. So like we really are trying, and thank y'all for wanting to rep our stuff.
That's sick. The minute I ever run into any of y'all in a store, a bar, or anything wearing either like a not to spoil it, but maybe like a cap or maybe like I do want to know if people would want a shirt or a sweatshirt more, and I can't decide.
I think we're gonna start with two things: a hat and either a sweatshirt or a shirt. We're only gonna start with two products, I think. And then if it's a sweatshirt, would y'all rather it be a normal sweatshirt or a hoodie?
That's a good question. I don't know. I go for hoodies. I go for hoodies.
I know some girls don't like to wear hoodies.
Yeah.
So say what y'all want, and then we'll take y'all's input and blast it in when we get those orders kind of more finalized when you think about it. So just something exciting to mention. Details to come.
I think it's going to be a really pretty turnaround, and I hope y'all like the merch. I know you won't care for it. I know you won't wear it.
Yeah. But at least support us, purchase it, and let's go
purchase it. You do not have to wear it. Just purchase it.
Buy it and make a donation also. Just go from there.
Yeah. I hate when fucking restaurants do that.
What?
On Uber Eats when it's like it's already like $900 and then it's like, oh, also give like $5 to your restaurant just because. Have you seen that option?
No.
I get really upset with that. I'm like, I love supporting local and shopping small, etc. I mean that.
But we're good. I'm supporting them by.
I'm not gonna give $5 to Taco Bell just for fun.
I have not seen that. That's crazy.
I don't prefer that, and I'm all about keeping businesses alive. At that point, like if make the delivery fees not $400,000 USD, then maybe we'll consider giving back a couple dollars.
Yeah, maybe take down some of the tax and. Not tip.
Trials and tribulations.
Trials.
We will tip. We are going to tip.
Tribulations. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, let's also talk about the fact, we kind of mentioned we haven't been in here in a minute, but
hate that for us.
We feel really, really bad about not, putting out an episode last week. Let's just say we're not making a habit out of that. That was a really rough
crapshoot. Genuinely.
For us, so I had gotten back in town on a Tuesday night. Y'all know this podcast comes out typically on Wednesdays. And Tristan, so I got literally in on like midnight on Tuesday. Then you had to go on set and work for 17 hours.
And then that day that she landed, I had done like 12 to 13. So like realistically, it wasn't matching up. Like it was so cute, it just wasn't
Not
a match.
So cute.
It's so cute.
So
But we
adorable.
just like weren't doing like we were trying our best to like make something happen. But I genuinely had to just tell Channing, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all would have wanted to see me in that like point in time.
Well, even if we could pull it together for the episode, I think we would have been tired. But then after we record, then he has to go edit it, and like that takes a couple hours.
Then
so
that would have been like
much.
Friday or Saturday delivery. And then we turn around and we're doing another episode. So as much as we would have loved to,
the scheduling didn't work out, and that's one of the downfalls of us also having a 9 to 5. Sorry, but sometimes that has to take precedent. I wish it didn't.
I wish it didn't, but we're gonna make the most of everything.
Girls. Yeah,
and
we're here to make it worth your while this week.
I just thought about our casualty of here. So when Channing was gone, the piece over there, one of our prints fell down, and the glass completely friggin' shattered. So.
And you heard it from the other room, right?
I did hear it from the other room, and I didn't even know. I knew it was something with our set. I don't
want it to be something with the set.
It was something with our set. It was something with our set, and I was completely
not our curated set.
Yeah, it's our curated set, fan and owned and operated set, and we so much appreciate it. But I feel horrible. That'll be back in action soon, and we have some other art we need to display as well. So we'll work on that. Like we said, we're growing every week, and we all know that by now. I mean, my God, I agree. You do. So your travels were great and everything like that. You went back to Alabama.
Yes, I went New York and then to Alabama, and happy to be back. It's always just when I'm back, it is non-freaking stop. It's like Memorial Day weekend was this past weekend. You would think I would have some time to take a beat.
Hell no.
I chose not to take a beat. So
you were ready. You were in that LA spirit. You jumped right into it.
I tried.
We had housewarming activities. We did like hibachi. We did cocktails.
Birthday party. Definitely more cocktails.
Yeah. So it's hard. I mean.
Yeah, it's hard. I was exhausted. Like I literally had to rest all day yesterday. And then today's Tuesday getting back into work and stuff. I mean, hey, it's tough, but somebody's got to do it. So yeah, I am happy to
You're the chosen
back.
one.
No, I don't think
yes,
so.
You are.
But anyway, it exhausted me.
I'm happy to have you back. We got Pride this weekend too, because in case you needed something. More exciting
I really
news.
need to rest.
I know you do, but you got to celebrate your boys. You got to celebrate your boys. Queen of the gays.
Ally
right here.
alert.
More exciting news on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
And this is kind of like helpful since we didn't give y'all
an episode last week.
We do have Channing's huge, and drop them in the chat. Your 7's in the chat. Channing's 7K live celebration. We'll put the link down.
It's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow
on Wednesday. Yep,
7 o'clock,
7 p.m. specific time.
PST for those who aren't aware of the specifics.
Our first episode, we were like recapping my 5K live, which was obviously went really well, really smoothly.
It went so well.
It went flawlessly.
Yeah. Don't mind.
So I didn't even do a 6K one because those were kind of interlooped and intertwined.
Right.
And now I've hit 7K. I could not be more excited. This is on my personal YouTube vlogging channel. Mm-hmm. And for each of the milestones I've had so far, I've done like a live celebration, spectacular production that, our friends come to. Is typically themed. So this one is going to be a little bit more low key, but we're still going to do it big. But by low key, we're going to do it indoors at my apartment, so we'll hopefully have a strong Wi-Fi connection.
Do you want to give them any sort of sneak peek as being a listener?
Sure. If you're listening here,
and don't say shit about it anywhere else, because this is a Not That Y'all Care exclusive about her live stream. Okay,
so I posted. So this part is public knowledge. The theme is that it is going to be a Masquerade Mafia game.
Okay.
So first of all, I wanted to do a masquerade, and then we get a hypnotist to come in and try to hypnotize one of us. Mm-hmm. That was the first idea that our friend Craig F. helped me come up with.
Thank you, Craig. Love you, baby.
And, we looked into it. Minimum cost for a hypnotist in LA, which this is completely absurd in my opinion. Not kidding, not exaggerating, $5,000.
Perfect.
Which I have personally never participated in a hypnotist, so I didn't know it was that. I was like,
there's got to be like a bootleg one.
That's
somewhere.
What we were thinking. We looked on Instagram. I mean, literally couldn't find. Looked on like Hollywood Walk of Fame kind of vibes. Couldn't find one. So that completely got thrown out the window when I realized, because my budget, I was like, most I can pay, dead ass, $100.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
I can do $100 and a custom cocktail. The lavender haze cocktail.
The most I can do is $100. Like, let's see what we can find.
A hug, perhaps.
Yes, maybe.
Shout out on the podcast.
Shout out on our podcast, right. Kiss on the cheek,
yes.
if willing and compatible and complicit.
If they might be cute.
If complicit, kiss on the cheek from us.
I totally agree.
But they were telling me it was $5,000. So we had to cancel that out, and we're just doing a game of Mafia, which is kind of like Traitors, the show, but way more low key. I also was saying like we should do a murder mystery where I buy like one of those kits and we all have different characters. Was bouncing that off my sister and she was like, with y'all's group, no.
We tried to do that with my birthday and it was a complete and utter joke. Crapshoot.
Well, yeah.
Because everyone doesn't have like, I mean, yeah, it was a lot for like a big, it was so much fun. But like we all have such loud and big personalities when mixed together. You can't really do that unless led by a trained professional.
Right. And we don't have one.
And that's not in the budget.
Everyone's running around like, I don't think we would get the storyline across to each other, let alone to the live audience. So I said, never mind to that.
The live audience has gone through enough.
So we're trying to do something simple this time that y'all can follow. Okay, so we're going to start out. Okay, by the way, Peter's doing tech. And that's
no comment.
I wanted to give him he begged for a chance to redeem himself. And by that, I mean,
no comment.
I did ask him to try it again. But we're doing it in my apartment, so I really think it'll be better.
Yep.
Anyway, so Peter's doing tech, and then our friend Marshall is going to be the moderator / host because everyone, I was talking about this on my TikTok live the other night, and they were like, what about Tristan? He got demoted. And I was like, of course not. Tristan hosted my 5K. Tristan hosts so much. I mean, you were just like, known in this city as
like
being
a James Corbett.
The go-to James Corbett host for many, many events. So I said, you know what, for this one, I want Tristan to be able to just sit back and enjoy as just a player and not a viewer, but a player, a participant. Because I don't want you stressed on this one. I
want to have fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going into it with high hopes. I know I will be put to work just because that's the name of the game. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to go into it with high hopes for my fellow confidants and that they can really do it and push through.
I think Peter set everything up. Marshall's supposed to be officiating. I just need Marshall to like come up with some like big personality and like run it and not let us like steamroll.
Well, we'll have his headset for him probably.
I can't find
you cannot find the headset. Well, I think we took it out at one point.
We did?
I think we took it out somewhere. There's still
because I tried to find it for 5K and I couldn't find it. Where did we take it?
I think probably to the bars.
Yeah. Wait, did we actually? Because I really couldn't find it in my apartment.
I could imagine that we took it to the bars.
But
if we took it to the bars, we definitely would have made some sort of content with it.
That's what I was thinking. Anyway, so maybe I'll try to get him a new headset, but this is coming out. This is like happening in 2 days. But anyway,
in 2 days' time. Well, tomorrow time.
2 days' time. So we're gonna have some big guests. We're gonna play 2 truths and a lie while each guest comes out in their mask.
I need to think of mine. I don't know mine. Or something that would really catch y'all, but I don't think I can. I think y'all know all my lies.
Just because when we come out
my truths.
True. When we come out in the mask, the audience won't even be able to recognize us in those masks.
Totally agree.
So we're going to do 2 truths and a lie. Let each audience, the audience guess who each member is.
Okay.
Once everyone
that will be tough.
is revealed. I know. It's going to be
Do
hard.
we have
it's
cloaks
be a big
or
mystery.
anything?
Peter has 1 cloak.
Oh, he has the trainer's
the green
cloak.
one.
Okay,
yeah.
Cute.
So then once everyone is announced, then we will sit down. We will begin the game of Mafia. And
y'all are going to eat that up.
We're going to play the most simplistic version possible. And then I'm thinking at the end, we're going to do a very brief Q&A just to interact with the audience a little bit. Because, I wouldn't be here without y'all. And I want to answer some questions, of course. And then this is, I don't even know if you know this. This is a special treat and surprise. If y'all have ever seen any of my vlogs, who is the #1 reviewer and commenter? Everyone looks for his comment on my vlogs. Craig F. And Craig F. typically can't watch my lives in real time because he's on East Coast time, so it's just too late for him.
Craig,
I think his schedule allowed, he's going to be able to watch it live this time. So at the very end, he's going to FaceTime Peter and give a live review on
a live comment.
A live comment
I just
on
got
air.
chill bumps.
I know.
I got FVC full bump chills.
I know, because everyone's always like, here before Craig. Da, 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 da. Like he's, everyone's looking out for his review.
Ringleader.
He is. And so he's going to get to do this freaking live. He's going to have to take notes, though. I'm sure it's going to be real chaotic. He's definitely going to have to take notes.
He's going to be like a lawyer with one of those little type box machines.
Literally paralegal in there. Like,
he's going to be like paralegal, almost like Elle Woods or some shit like that.
So too.
Totally agree. Whatever. I mean, y'all won't watch it. I don't know why we're going into detail about it. Like, y'all will not watch it. I hope you do.
Let's put the link for that in this bio
link
as
will be
well.
In the description. I'm going to try to do that thing. Someone suggested that we do like chapters of the videos.
Yeah.
I know someone did it for us on one video. I think that like people can, or I don't know if that was automated
or something.
No, like someone just did it automatically. Or I guess YouTube might have done it automatically, but I'm going to try to do that. I don't know how to do that though yet. So, each week we're going to be completely elevating. We might, we'll have, maybe we're thinking of some other specialty, like bonus content pieces that we could do. It's going to be really coming up. We've got a lot of exciting things in the work. I think you are going to be completely shell-shocked.
Jaw dropped. Do you want to talk about what we're going to also try to create tomorrow when this comes out?
I'm trying to think of if I remember. Oh, yes. Okay, so we have seen your responses, and we want to have someplace for everyone to come and connect. This is not anything groundbreaking, but we are going to be launching our new Facebook group.
Woo!
So
open forum,
yeah.
just so like the listeners come together, chat
come
about
and
it.
chat about it. You know, if like God willing, one day we do something fun like a live show or a bar meetup, you guys can hang out. Also, if people are in your city, I know we've talked about like meeting friends here in LA and like tips on that and shit like that.
It's a good way to find someone that has a common interest.
Yeah, because if they can handle our crazy asses, I think they might be a good.
Y'all might be a match.
Y'all might be a match, and you might not be, but you know that at least you can't say we didn't try.
And it might even be like a matchmaking thing. You might find the one. You might find the one in that group.
They're going to be screwing. If you screw and you meet in the group, don't tell us unless you get married. If you get married.
If you get married, then it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Oh my God. I wanted to shout out this young woman who was getting married in Toronto that we couldn't make the wedding for.
Yes. That's too what
she
said.
Okay. So a young woman who we are looking up her name now. I'm sorry. My brain is just fogged.
Shot. My brain is shot.
With the new normal and everything, I am just completely brain shot.
Kara Duncan.
I want to congratulate you on getting married this year. In Toronto, Canada.
I know it's Canada. I can't remember the city, but
I believe it's Toronto. So sad that we couldn't make your wedding this year.
Yes,
I pray you don't have another wedding that we can make it to, but I wish we could be at the reception. But she did mention, like, you know.
She said, P.S. There's an open bar open to the guests, but we do pay per drink, so be sweet about it. You're welcome to invite your pal. Baby, you don't want us there.
Baby, is it your best financial
us there.
interest for us to not be on site of the crime?
We would drain the city.
I mean, you would have to go into foreclosure.
We would need 18-wheeler trucks coming in by the time the receptions are just unloading like handles.
That's not even talking about pregame of like mimosas or anything, because we're the bottles of champagne. So
I mean, honey, the sentiment means the world to us, but you, at the end of the day, with that being said, you don't want us there.
You do not want us
and
there.
If you think you don't want us there, you definitely don't want Kat Wellington there.
Oh my God. She has been so drunk.
So drunk.
I love how everyone in our DMs has been saying was really giving into the Kat being so drunk. You know, typically, I'll air it out. She doesn't get that drunk. I mean,
Kat will have like like 2 glasses of wine or like 2 beers,
and she's just falling over.
And
so
I mean,
embarrassing.
With that being said,
genuinely, we are. You know, sometimes she's looking out for us, but I mean, she's gotten
so drunk. I mean, the past
falling over. We got a DM about saying
months.
Some of their roommates were saying around the house, like, Kat was so drunk,
so disgusting.
And I just love imagining y'all in like different. We have viewers like. You know, across the pond, we have the UK, we have Ireland, we have Paris, we have Saint Tropez, we have Dubai, we have a bunch, and then all throughout the continental United States. I think I've said continental US
like 18 times
on this podcast.
Yes, me too.
But it's okay because
I'm fine with
we're so thankful. We're going global, so
yeah.
I just love imagining someone in London saying, "I mean, Kat was so drunk," in an accent though, not,
right?
You know.
Maybe y'all send us some voice memos of y'all saying that in different accents. If Kat was so drunk, and send them to her too. She would love that.
We should make an audio of all the times we've said Kat was so drunk and just put an overlay of your friends getting really drunk.
Yeah, we definitely should do that. And
Thank
make
you
it a TikTok
so much.
Sound. Oh, we also love the TikTok of the girl that used the sound from Quick Quack.
Love that.
Of the prank call, and they just kind of like reenacted it.
Really, really cute. Very pretty.
Seeing that. We saw that while we were out at a birthday party on Saturday. I mean, it made our freaking day.
Could you imagine us being out at a birthday party? Well, anyway, I guess we just need to like, you know, kind of get into. We had some really fun things we wanted to talk with you all about today.
Yes.
They're great. I mean, and it all kind of strung of like us being 2 Southern belles, you know, from Alabama, and I think you're really gonna like
now
it.
Living here. Yes. So I was watching episode 7, the bi-coastal one, with my sister when I was in Alabama, and she kind of helped. Yes, helped my sister Hannah G6 helped me come up with this idea because, you know, she's from Alabama and she still lives in Alabama. I'm from Alabama now. We live here in the Big Apple. Totally. And, you know, we just throw out stuff like, at the Carl's Jr. event or this or that. You know, in Alabama, there are no influencer events. There's no like PR packages. There's no this.
There is no plane.
Maybe there is no plane. So the culture is just obviously very different. So since we're from there and now live here, I wanted to kind of compare and contrast some of the biggest differences just in like not only food, but just like general culture is truly so insanely different.
Yeah. And we've experienced both.
Both.
Yeah. We've experienced completely both. And
so I made a little list while Trish was at work. So I'm hoping that you can. I'll say these things and then we can say our thoughts on them. And the list is long. And also, I feel like a lot of y'all are also in the South. So if y'all have more to add too, we can maybe make this reoccurring partially, or like mention some things again.
Maybe even like northern versus southern, or even northern versus like, because I know East Coast, West Coast, like we have a lot of differences as well, or just things that are normal.
Yeah. Okay.
There's another one I just thought about. We'll
say
talk about it. No, I was gonna say just like walking in general. Like that's similar. Anyway, that's East versus West. We don't really walk a lot here, unless we're like going on like a hike or something.
Yeah.
But
that's
like,
one reason I don't think I could live in New York. You don't have your car.
I'm not sweating that
and
much.
I'm not doing the subway.
I'm not getting in full glam hair and makeup and then walking.
Or also freezing and during the winter. I hate the cold.
And I don't.
But that's East versus West. We're talking about South right now.
I feel horrible.
You're fine. Also, maybe we'll mention this at the end. Do you want to say the name you came up with for our viewers?
Yeah, I don't know if Channing's gonna like it. I was getting shy and embarrassed to say it from her. But I think so. Our podcast is called Not That Y'all Care.
Oh, is it?
It is. I just dubbed it.
Oh, cool.
I think they should be called the Caretakers.
Someone has said that in our comments before. Someone said Caretakers and someone said Care Bears.
I like Care Bears is cute, but Caretakers, I don't know. What do y'all think? Caretakers or Care Bears? I don't know. Care Bears is already taken though, like by the Care Bears Incorporated company.
That's true. We would have a hard time.
But then Caretakers is like probably too.
Not like I don't think specifically.
Yeah, because they take care of many things. They get the job done.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get into this segment. So some of the differences between living in LA and living in the South, and just overall culture, etc.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to say,
I love your list. You're so prepared.
Well, I have so much on my phone between the prank calls and this and that, so I want to just
boys blowing up your phone.
I know, literally always, always.
Can't get a break.
Anyway, let's start with this one. This is common in the South.
Okay.
Double names.
What are your thoughts on them? I like them.
I like them. I don't have a problem with them, but it is definitely a thing that's just in the South. I'm fine with them if it's like 2 syllable, 1 syllable, like Mary Beth, like da da da. If it's or like 1 syllable, 2 syllables. I know some people where it's like Leighton Meester, like that's their name, like just their first 2 names, like too long. Or someone that's like Mary Adagio, like literally something like that, like Mary and Adagio, and that's not including their last name.
And using your middle name as things, because I use my middle name as my first name, and I was I was born with all 3, but all 2,
Tristan, Watson.
But I just used the middle, and that's how it's been since birth. And a lot of people are surprised to know that I'm a Zachary. Y'all know that also, but like.
Yeah, some are just like Elizabeth Emerson. Like that's too long for a first name.
Too long.
But like here, that would never really be a thing. That's the Southern thing.
And like naming a baby never needs that long of a name.
No.
A baby needs a very short and sweet name.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 syllable.
I already don't like.
Can't pronounce that.
I don't like babies. They don't know how to say their name.
You don't like babies?
I don't really prefer babies. I don't like how loud they are. I would like one eventually.
Don't like infant? What about toddlers?
I don't prefer toddlers either.
What age are you starting to get comfortable with?
Maybe like 6 or 7.
Really?
Maybe 7.
Okay.
I don't know when they start being like not as frustrating.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, my parents would say I'm still frustrating.
Okay.
So probably never. I don't know. I do want kids at some point.
Okay. So yeah, I'm fine with double names as long as they're not like way too elongated to the point where like the kid is never going to be able to pronounce them and people won't remember it.
And like being in like the Hollywood area adjacent, that's hard. A lot of people will just call you by your first name.
Right.
Which is like frustrating. Like call me by my full name.
Right.
Baby. It's a double name.
Call me by your name.
I totally agree.
Very cool.
Thank you.
All right. Next. Okay. Meat and 3 restaurants.
It's just such an alarming concept.
Okay.
You're going to get a meat and then you're going to get 3.
Get 3.
You can choose 3.
I'm trying to think of an example of one, but
Let's put your microphone closer.
I'm trying to think of an example of one, but there are quite a few. Even when I was just in Dollywood a couple months ago, there was a restaurant and the whole concept was you just picked a meat and 3 and then they brought it to you bottomless. Like, what's the word?
No, I don't. If I'm doing meat and 3, I don't want
like,
bottomless 3.
I don't need much more than
you
what
just
I've got.
Get bottomless 3 or you get
Meats
bottomless
too,
meat as
everything.
well?
It was all you can eat is I guess the
I'm not doing meat sweats and bottomless 3.
Bottomless
What were
3.
your 3?
Well, you order as a table. So I think we got like a pork tenderloin.
Okay.
Green beans, like soft carrots, and maybe some mashed potatoes.
You would be lucky to like even. There's no way you'd ever get a meat and 3, and if you did here, it would be like $400.
Oh God, yeah, 100%.
It'd be like Wagyu.
But it would be way too many calories.
It'd be like Wagyu and 2 French fries.
Right, yeah.
They're gonna fill it all the way up and through.
Right. Yeah, like buffets, meet and threes. But like you pass those like left and right. Even when I was in Alabama, I was driving from Birmingham to Auburn, left and right in the middle of nowhere. There's just a bunch of meet and three cafes and bistros.
You want meet and two? So fucking sorry.
You're gonna do meet and three. Let's talk about weather. Okay.
Hate it.
It was the humidity is what I don't like.
We used to sweat like literal. I'm trying to think of a way that we sweat, but it was not normal.
Right.
Like, I mean, just the wetness.
It's just so, like wet. You walk out, it feels like you're like in a fog, like you can't breathe. Because I can handle that dry heat. I like warm weather. I like warm weather. But when you're there, it's like you're literally in like a daze. It's like you cannot breathe because it's like
people are really shocked, and
so
it just
thick.
Transforms your look immediately.
Like,
you could do full glam or your hair or anything, and you're gonna
your look and your mindset. Because to me, it's just frustrating. I feel like I can't even catch a breath. It's so damn wet
or
and
be
hot.
yourself.
Right.
And imagine going out and drinking. I already get pretty hot when I go out and drink, like especially on a college game day.
Oh my God!
Forget
literally.
it.
Like no need to
your back is wet from your backpack. So when people complain about heat here, I'm like, it could also be like wet, moist.
But also here, like by evening time, it gets cool. You know, there
you might need a light jacket.
Literally.
There, you're just toast all night long,
all day, all night. Wake up the next day, it's the same damn thing. Like it is so hot.
We have about like 2 to 3 weeks in the year, like on each side of like, spring and then fall where it's like absolutely delightful weather. Majority of the other time, god awful.
Like really hot. And in the winter, even in Alabama, it gets really cold.
One day it could be 80, next day it's snowing.
30s. Yeah. And I don't like that. It's like too contrasting. Like I like that kind of in between, which is what we have here. Best of both worlds.
Totally good.
It gets hot and then a little bit cooler, but we don't have that humidity. Along with the humidity, sometimes you will get mosquitoes.
I don't prefer mosquitoes.
So being here, that's one thing I do not miss. Like, you look down your leg, look left, look right. You're going to have like welts all over you from
my very fat ass was a mosquito magnet in the South. They literally they craved me like water on a hot day.
They did?
Yes. I was always and I always it just ran in my family. The mosquitoes, everyone's like, I'm not getting bit.
You got that sweet blood.
I got that sweet blood. I got that meat and 3 blood. They used to have that meat and 3 blood. And they love that meat and 3 blood.
Get all the nutrients in. Yeah, so then you're hot and then you're itching on top of that because you have mosquito bites all over you.
You got welts on you.
Welts, literally welts. Even in I
didn't know you suffered with those either.
I mean, there's not
some people do, some people don't.
It's just it's bad. And in Florida, they have something called I don't remember what it's called, but in
mosquito away.
It was these major ones where you would bleed from the mosquito bite. It was so bad. It was burning. Okay. Another one is that everybody says yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm not saying you have to say if you like or dislike it. I'm just asking for your thoughts on it.
Do you have any thoughts on it? First of all, I feel like I've answered a lot of the questions. I feel horrible. And then I can ask you some too, even though you came up with them.
No, I'm just saying general feedback. I'm fine with that. I think it's respectful.
I think it's respectful.
Up to a certain age.
But yeah, at what point do you transition over to first names? Because now it's
yeah, you still call people Mrs. Watson or
Yeah, but then sometimes I when people call me. I remember there was a point from college into adult professional career, getting on calls, and I would go back to Auburn or other schools to talk about my job and shit like that.
They would start saying yes sir to you.
They'd say yes sir, or the thank you letters, or Mr. Watson.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. One time I was right out of grad school and someone in college at Auburn was like, "Oh, yes, ma'am." I'm like, I'm at this point maybe 25. Pardon?
And then you're now 40.
How old do I possibly look? Yeah.
You're 21 going on 97.
Right, literally. I guess I was. So yeah, it's respectful, but I think we do need to cut it off at a certain point. But also if you just walk around saying yeah to your mom, I think that's kind of
that's rude.
Disrespectful, just because we're not used to that.
No.
So, what are y'all's thoughts on that one? Let me know. What age do you cut that off?
What do you even say it? Yeah. What do people in the North what do y'all say? Because you don't.
Do you just say yeah, no, or yes?
Yeah, of course.
Or
I
sure?
also call my parents now. I'm at the time where I say Becky and Jimmy. I just call them that now.
You don't even call them mom and dad?
I call them mom and dad, but I like Becky.
Yeah,
and
well,
Jimmy.
yeah, I call my mom Tia for sure.
Tia.
Okay. Next, we have the fact that so this is a rumor, and you can tell me whether you think this is true or false. I don't know anybody that this has happened to, so I don't think it's real. But marrying your siblings or kissing your first cousin.
I feel like it definitely has got to have happened
I
at
think with
some
more
point.
distant relatives.
Or like
maybe.
people that you don't know are relatives.
Right. If you have
Not
like a
saying
bigger
that we
family.
like support that. You know,
Not at
what I mean?
all. We don't stand behind that.
I feel like a lot of people we meet, like if they like immediately hear from Alabama, they're like, "Oh, did you drive your like fucking tractor trailer to school?"
Right. That's
Which
what I'm
some
saying.
people do actually.
For sure.
Not
some
like around where
areas.
we're from. Maybe like Prattville or something. Sorry if we have Prattville listeners. I mean,
I don't even think in Prattville. I think
maybe.
like
Wetumpka?
Lowndes.
Yeah, you might drive. Some people I've heard of people driving their tractors. And
and there's nothing wrong with that either. But like, I think sometimes when you picture Alabama, you just picture like cornfields and like tractors and like you married, your sister, and like that's not actually the case there.
We did.
Yeah, we did that, and that's fine.
We were blood relatives.
Married.
Well, we were just cousins, so we were allowed to.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like brothers, maybe even if you're like stepbrother, stepsister,
stepsister, or cousins, you're
not a
allowed
problem.
to. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know anybody that's done that personally.
Yeah.
Do you?
About the screwing
relatives?
I have not. I actually have heard some like, intertwining of the family trees, which I'm not like totally comfortable with. Like an outsider who has kind of done, which this isn't just Southern thing, but they have kind of done the family tree. So an outsider comes in and he has hooked up with the mom and the
daughter
and the daughter.
Who?
Yeah. Not going to name names. I'll tell you afterwards, but I've heard of that and I can confirm it is the truth.
I don't stand by that.
I don't either. I think that's home wrecking.
But to each his own.
Yeah. I'm a redneck woman.
I am too. 100%.
I totally agree.
Okay, what about monogramming?
I used to love it.
You did? You had monogram stuff?
Yeah. I think it's like, well, a lot of my graduation gifts were all monogrammed.
Okay, I think when I think of monogram, I think of like the big cursive, like CEG. So monogramming is like your initials and like fancy writing with like your last name in the middle, like family crest.
I think it's pretty for like a wedding invitation.
Right.
Or like a family crest and you add in like that monogram piece.
Do you want to flash our family crest up on the screen?
Yeah, we'll flash that. I'm sure we worked so hard on it. But I don't think that I would.
That's fine. I think girls in like middle school were wearing like huge monogram like necklaces. It was on the back of everybody's cars. I think maybe again when you're younger, like in elementary school, like maybe you can put it on your backpack, but like we definitely don't need your thing on your body piece.
All my backpacks I think had my name on them. And I still have stuff on my name. Just my name.
Name is fine. I think I'm talking about like the
big picture.
Bigger picture meets a little bit of that off kilter.
I don't like when babies. Oh my God. The one I just thought about monogram is when babies wear those like fucking ugly ass smocks.
I have that on here. Smocked clothing for babies.
Smocked clothing for babies. Don't like that. There is some babies that can like,
pull it off.
Yeah, they can pull it off because like the like mom has good style. Like, but I just don't. But
it
then
gets
again,
to a point.
I don't like babies in jeans. I don't want to see a baby in jeans. Like
I like that better.
That's better. I like them in more like cute outfits. Between. Yeah.
So do you want to describe smock clothing? It's just like a certain like fabric material that's like almost like zhuzhed up and kind of fancy, and then there's like patterns on it
with like your monogram, probably.
What do you call it? Like needle pointed?
Yeah.
On there.
I don't prefer it. They look like
it's very like Southern.
It's like Pilgrim core, Southern core.
Yeah. I would not do that. I think you could make it cute, but also it's like that in like pastel colors, and then your monogram. I don't like that.
Right.
But again, y'all, these are our opinions. If you're from the South and you like these things,
we are not saying you don't have to do it. I'm sure there's something that we're gonna say that y'all don't agree with. I feel horrible.
Next up, I have debutante balls, which I know we've been to a few.
Yeah.
I was not a debutante. Were you?
I was in cotillion.
Okay.
So you did cotillion?
I did. I was in camellia ball, but that's not a debutante ball.
I started out the first like couple times being in cotillion, so doing like ballroom dancing classes with like. That was your first time ever like dancing, like, with a girl. It
was in like 6th grade. It was like a manners course.
Yeah. So I had a full blown manners course of like how to eat, where to put your forks, where to do all of that. Mm-hmm. Where to like how to dance specific dances, and then that led into it was supposed to be a training for when we start doing debutante balls. So I was only like ever an escort. I wasn't actually
because I think isn't it just for girls?
Yeah,
no offense.
Yeah, I mean there's like, guys that can do like they can
different
be
like clubs.
presented.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just
yeah. It's just like girls wear these like in debutante, they wear these big like poofy kind of long dresses, and it's like your presentation to society, like
Have you
your
ever seen,
introduction to society.
like The Summer I Turned Pretty, there's a scene where they do the big debutante ball,
Yeah.
and like Gossip Girl, I think they had it too as well. But
so that's not really Southern then, huh?
I mean, I think it is. Like, I think that's where it originated. I actually don't know the origin of it, but it was just like, I mean, they were the most fun ever. But that's actually, so when our grade was the reason that they started breathalyzing for all the future grades.
Okay.
Because we were getting two toe up in high school, unfortunately.
At what ball? Oh, at like
a couple of
like
the
Swan Ball. Yeah,
yeah.
Those are like country clubs would also have their own. It was just, it gets to a point there was too many. It was like
there was one like every other
and
and I
it's
was
like some
tux
people
after
were
tux.
just in all of the different ones. It was like different country clubs, different like societies. It's just like, what are you trying to prove? Like, it gets to a point where it's just like you're spending $1 bajillion
It
on
makes
this,
no
and
sense.
I don't really think it's important. But again, if you do, no problem.
It was really fun.
It was
I will say
fun
that
to attend. Yeah,
I loved getting dressed up, and I loved like, but it was like no like 16 or 17-year-old needs to be in a tux this many times.
right.
I was like, I was in a tux almost every other weekend.
And at that age, it's not like this is actually important to you. I think it's more that like your parents want you to be a part of this like fancy
Right.
association.
Teach their own. I mean, if my kids get offered to be in a fancy association, I might take it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying it gets to a point where you don't need to do like every single one of them. Everybody doesn't need to be dressed up every week.
I agree.
And it's just like the kind of thing that I don't think would happen here.
No, I don't think so. Unless there are secret societies we don't know about. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, I have a few more, but we can come back to these at a later date. I want to mention a couple things that are only in LA that you would never find in the South. Okay. Let's start with kind of the Erewhon $20 smoothies versus, the meat and threes that we have in Alabama.
I have not ever tried an Erewhon smoothie.
Really?
I have not tried one. I see a lot of people get them, obviously. I don't try that. I don't fuck with it.
Surely, okay, y'all probably know this, but Erewhon is just like the most, probably not even the most, but a very expensive grocery store that's around here where it's like $17 for like strawberries. It's like absurd prices.
Just like the normal like potato chips are like $10. And
Right.
it's like, okay, for what reason?
I think maybe the ingredients are better, but like what makes this fruit better than another fruit? You know, that I think is
And the organic
stupid.
brownie is shit. I have had that.
Yeah,
the
I don't
only
like
good, their meat and three, which they kind of do a version of meat and three, but like their meat and three is about 400 US.
Mhm.
And
It's like the healthy version though. It's like
right.
organic. I don't even know because I don't really get that, but like
Which is what our everyday diet, organic,
Mhm.
gluten-free,
keto,
keto,
calorie
as well.
free.
Yes. Calorie free. We do that a lot.
We do calorie free typically.
I don't get it. I don't get Erewhon. I do like Publix for all
Love
Southern
Publix.
people.
Yes, that's the
That's
Southern
like, I mean, it's not a comparison because we do have grocery stores like Erewhon in the South, but they would never be that expensive, and people would throw an outrage and probably like some sort of like campaign to get rid of it in the South.
So yeah, they have these smoothies that became this craze, I think maybe on like social media. And then it was like, I've got it when I come to LA, I've got to get the Erewhon smoothie. So it's like $20. Let me tell you this, if you pour that same smoothie in a cup that says Planet Smoothie, it tastes the exact same. And I'm not kidding.
It looks like it too.
And it's not even good for you. It's like 200 grams of sugar or something. So I think that's all of a facade of being like rich and healthy. So I do think, I mean, if you've never tried it, you should try it because they also have like celebrity, like the Hailey Bieber smoothie. That's like the normal one.
Well, we're coming out with one pretty soon.
The Not That Y'all Care. One is coming out for episode 12, of course.
So
be on the
secret
lookout for
project.
that.
Oh my
yes. Okay. Another thing in LA, we have earthquakes. In the South, you have like tornadoes.
You want to tell them about our first ever earthquake
tell 'em
experience?
about
We
it.
were together for our first ever earthquake visiting for 4th of July, which kind of full circle. We were just one of our best friend,
Yeah.
Katie Austin's housewarming.
Yeah.
We had actually met her on this 4th of July. It was
It was
me,
my first time ever even coming to LA.
and I'm
few
so
years ago.
glad. And we were sitting at Delilah with me, Channing, and Connor P, having some great food, very overpriced American food.
I think it was like $30 for chicken fingers there.
It's a gorgeous restaurant.
It
I mean,
is.
my God, it's stunning. And they have like dancers and everything like
Right.
that. I mean, it's really gorgeous. I think y'all would love live music, shit like that. Go once, never go. If someone's paying for you, then go.
Then go plenty of times.
Go plenty. Take it away.
So yeah, we're sitting there and, look left, look right. I'm not even watching the weather. I don't think anything about an earthquake. Glasses on the ceiling start shattering. The chandeliers start shaking
And
Stuff
rattling.
is falling to the floorboards. I mean, my redneck ass had never seen or heard of anything like that
No.
It was like a level 7 earthquake.
It was like a 7 magnitude, which is like ginormous.
Out on the 10 Richter scale.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy.
I'm not familiar with Rick or Tur, but like that's pretty high
on the scale
of
him. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, those happen here and there, or sometimes you'll just like feel something and you look on your phone, it's like earthquake alert.
I do love the camaraderie that it brings. I was very scared, and I am scared for the big one.
Well, yeah, of course.
But I don't even know what we would do in that situation. Like, what possibly do you do in like when the big one comes? Like, you're like, oh damn.
I don't know either. Surely there's protocol that we should follow.
I don't even know what we're supposed to do when there's an actual earthquake besides text our friends and say, like, hey, did y'all feel that? And then go on Twitter and see how big it was.
Right, literally. And then in the south, there's tornadoes. So a lot of times there's tornado watches and warnings that you got to be on the lookout for.
And then I think something happened. I forgot. I think there was like supposedly like an earthquake or no tornado or something hurricane adjacent here. And we weren't really freaking out because like sometimes it's not really like, it's kind of common in the south to be like a huge storm. Like if there's a huge storm here, I just get really excited because I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear the rain and like just like sit in bed and like relax.
Right.
Or like, in the south, like hurricane parties or like tornado parties. And instead of like shelter in place, like everyone's going to the bars the night before.
Which is not smart.
Not
wise.
The hurricane's not there yet, but sometimes there can
it's
be.
Like because you get the day off school or something.
Yeah. And then, also us canceling school when there's a snow warning, and then the next day it doesn't snow, it's sunny, it's 80 degrees.
That happened a lot in
Alabama.
Those days. Those were perfect. You just get the day off. Yeah,
I don't care
because in the
then
south
you'd have to make them up though.
People don't know how to drive in the snow. I mean, I personally don't at all. So anyway, that's just kind of another thing that's a little bit different. Let's talk about this one, which I miss from the south, is parking lots and lack of traffic versus what we're working with here.
I mean, it's to work, it's like I think like 7 miles for me.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take like 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and just in general parking, if you want to go to Target, you're going into a 5-story parking garage,
you
or
have to
like
get a ticket. You have to validate your ticket, or you're paying for it.
Nothing's free.
Yeah.
Parking lots are readily available everywhere you go.
In Alabama or the South.
Which I miss so
That's what
horribly.
I miss so bad. Like either, you're doing a parking deck, or you're going to park a mile away, or you're going to find street parking, which I hate parallel parking in general, but not to mention when you're trying to parallel park, back up while there's cars coming this way at 50 miles an hour. It stresses me out so bad. So
no other?
No, I will specifically go like 15 minutes away because I don't want to be battling the traffic.
And we just end up Ubering here because like we're like, well, I mean, I'm either going to pay a $75 parking ticket or like a $15 Uber. So like just weigh and like take what you can give.
Weigh your options.
I mean, just even like parking at friends' house. Like you can just go and park outside of their house or in their like driveway.
Right.
We don't do driveways here. My driveway is like slanted and the front of your bumper comes off every time you do it. Yeah. So it rips off and cattywampuses away whenever you try to
Every time I come over here to try to do the podcast, I'm lapping around your street for, I'm not joking, like 7 or 8 minutes trying to find a spot because you have to look at all these signs of like the different rules. Like can't park here on Mondays. Like can't park here from 7 to 9. No parking after 8 p.m. It's like absurd. And you best believe you will get a ticket if you don't abide. So
many tickets. And the bad thing is my tickets are still sent home to my
do they pay for
home
them?
in Alabama.
Do they pay for them?
They don't. My mom has paid for a couple. Thank you, Becky. That's really sweet. But she'll like surprise me and say like, "Hey, you got a ticket," but also like I paid for it. So
that's
thank you
sweet,
so much, Becky. I love you.
I have a couple for you to pay as well.
A couple, pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Yeah, and then just the traffic is horrible. I mean, in Alabama to go 30 miles, it would take you like 30 minutes typically, unless it was like a wreck or something. Here, I can't even imagine 30 miles. That would take 2 hours.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the car.
Bumper to bumper anytime you get on that freeway, highway, etc.
My heart is stuck. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Reminded me of Bumper to Bumper, Honeymoon Avenue when I was obsessed with that.
You want to sing a little bit?
My heart is, I mean, I was literally just trying to get to work, and then my heart was stuck on Honeymoon Avenue. It was backed up. It was so backed up.
Was it?
Yeah. It was really, really backed up. My heart was stuck in bumper to bumper traffic. And
okay.
That's all I kind of have to say about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Some of y'all were on for the journey when I was obsessed with that song.
Okay. I mean, I know we have been talking way too much and y'all will not care for majority of what we were saying. So I'm going to end it on this one. And that is just influencer events / PR packages is not really a thing that happens back. Well, I mean, for specific, like big people, but like, it's definitely more common here. You have ones going on like every other day. How do you get invited to those, Tristan? Tell me kind of the gist of that and talk me through some of your PR packages as well.
Yeah. So I think I started to get PR packages when I was in Atlanta and doing Bachelor recaps. I remember one of my first was from the D'Amelio family, which was really, really powerful. I was obsessed.
What did they send you?
Charlie's book, her like book that she does, very small. And I mean, it was a huge package. I was completely shocked. Heidi D'Amelio had reached out to me, Charlie's mom.
Wow.
And so I'm freaking out. I'm just like a fat redneck from Atlanta. I've never experienced anything like that before.
Right.
And I had come through my apartment. I forgot the reason of why she sent it to me.
They just liked your content, maybe?
Maybe I mentioned something about the D'Amelios. I don't remember.
Maybe you used them in a meme or something. You were big on doing, memes.
Oh, yes, I think so. Because I was doing like meme recap content, live stories for The Bachelor. So that's fun. And then just from there, like if you post something about a brand or if you like them, like if you DM them, you're like, hey, I want to try this. Or sometimes they organically reach out if they think that their product might be good, or if they like see that you've posted about it, they'll be like, they'll add you to a list, send you, your address. And now, like, if you have a team, I'm lucky to have 2 gorgeous, amazing, stunning managers, and they actively reach out. Like if I mention something, they'll talk to, the team, the brands, and they'll be like, hey, he really likes this, or they'll send him a clip of my podcast and they will send us some stuff. So that's really, really gorgeous. I'm so thankful every time I get something. I have a gorgeous array of products over here of overflow, which I'm lucky to have. So, and then a lot of our friends, we do like, we used to a lot more do gifting suite exchanges.
Like doorbuster giveaways. So if it's like you have too much of, skin products or hair products, they'll give it out to some of our
See
friends.
Something, say something.
I agree. But yeah, it's crazy.
It's really, really gorgeous. I love working when brands like ask if I want something. I can't get enough. Cetaphil, they have it. Cetaphil? Did I just say that really southern?
Cetaphil.
Cetaphil. That I have great new skincare because of them. And then a bunch of tanning products, a bunch of shit. Like, I really love Poppy. My God.
I love Poppy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just great to, it's a really wild world. And then the influencer event stuff, like, that's crazy. That's mainly like, those invites will just come based if they think like your content works with like your personality.
Works with the brand.
Works with the brand. Sometimes it's like a paid thing. Sometimes it's not a paid thing. So like sometimes like all your friends will just be going and you get a +1. And you're like, oh yeah, I'd love to go to that. Carl's Jr. event. Like that's an example. And I mean, there's so many fun. There are events going on every single night here. Right. Which I think is so pretty.
Crazy. Do you have a favorite kind of influencer event that stands out to you right now where it's like maybe one of your first ones when you moved here, or one that was just really special and fun to you, or more unique than some of the others?
We went to a Disney one, which was really fun, a Disney premiere. I always love premieres where there's like
me and you?
Yes.
The Elemental.
Elemental. Yep. That was really cool because it's like they'll have them, or like if they're on like the Paramount lot or like a studio location, so you really feel like where the magic is.
For sure.
And then they'll do like stuff at the beginning. They'll do like a big red carpet. You'll have someone that like puts your name on a little board and you get to take like any image and shit like that. And I really loved that one because the Disney ones, like they go all out. Right. They'll send you like a code to go to the event, like in an Uber. So you get to get a really nice Uber. And then you show up, you can do a carpet, you get popcorn, you get to like get a bunch of free shit with like activations and stuff that they have. And you're
too blessed.
Get to watch a movie, and then you have after parties, which is where you really get in trouble, and then you have a lot of fun.
And you can make connections and kind of meet people.
Meet people in the industry.
Yeah, Tristan sometimes, and some of our other friends are kind enough to bring me along for the
me too.
Experience.
I'm a professional +1 as well.
No, you are not.
For the
Tristan.
most part, I'm a professional
he
+1.
Is not, y'all. I mean, he is at the top of the. I told you he's Mr. Hollywood. It's Mr. Hollywood. So
Channing,
you are Mr. Hollywood. No,
you're Mrs. Bitch.
No.
Come on. Hey, you got a Band-Aid on your hand. Are you okay?
Had a hangnail and I was like trying to pull it and it went too deeper than I'm comfortable with. Okay. And so it hurts really anytime I do much of anything with my thumb. You asked, so thanks.
Welcome to Word of the Week.
Yay.
Yay. I mean, y'all are already going to know mine. It's embarrassing.
Would
but
they?
Yes, if they're on TikTok, it's on that little app that people use. I don't use it, but if they're on that little app, I mean, they're going to use it. My word of the week is fairy. Very, great word. Comes from the audio. She was a fairy, and then you can kind of like add in some hand motion, dairy, and we kind of just say that really. I mean, I've been primarily just screaming that really when there's nothing left to say in the stratosphere. She was a fairy.
We were on FaceTime the other day for like an hour, and by the end of it, he was just on loop. Well, she was a freaking fairy.
She was a freaking and complete utter fairy. I mean, she was a very, that can go into, she was a freaking fairy. She was so drunk. She was a fairy. Mm-hmm. You can, if your friend's dancing around the bar, she was a fairy.
She was a complete and utter fairy. She was a fairy.
I totally agree. She was a complete freaking fairy. So, fairy and the fairy memoticon.
We're loving the fairy memoticon.
When this episode comes out, I want you all to flood the comments with fairy memoticons.
And anything that's kind of on the cusp of that. So anything that's related to the fairies that you see in the emoticon bank, pop those in with the fairies in a way that makes it personal to you. What do you think about the fairy?
What do you think about the fairy? Are you a fairy?
When was the last time you were a freaking fairy?
And if you aren't a fairy, could I interest you in potentially being a fairy?
Yeah, at least temporarily.
I've decided to.
I haven't yet.
I'm taking on the role.
Permanently or just for right now?
Gonna be for a minute at least. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't mind. Very cool.
And you?
My word of the week, I'm kind of trying to decide. I think it's gonna be mi amore.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, and then we could do the other word of the week.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So mi amore, mwah, and then you do this with it. Mwah, mwah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Mi amore, mwah,
mwah,
mwah, mwah, mwah. Completely friggin' mi amore.
So when we were at this housewarming for our friend Katie A the other night.
I don't think this young gentleman watches our podcast, but if he does.
He probably doesn't even know that we have a podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there was a young gentleman there, and he was coming up to say his goodbyes for the night. He had already kind of been hitting it off with Tristan, chit-chatting with him for the night. I mean, y'all are buddies and bros.
We're good buddies and pals and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. So he was coming up to say his goodbyes to some people on the couch. So to me and some of the other girls, he was like, bye, y'all, bye. He looks at Tristan. He's like, starts screaming, oh my God, Clifton, 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 mi amore, bye.
Mi amore, mi amore. And so I never know when to stop or, just let things die down. Whole night I'm playing That's Amore. So
we're screaming, Clifton. I've never, I've come up with 8,000 nicknames for Tristan. Mm-hmm. I have never thought of the name Clifton. I've heard of Clifford. I've never heard of Clifton.
That's what I was going to say, Clifford, the big
red dog.
But
Clifton mi amore is, I think, your new persona.
I think that's my new persona, my alter ego.
Especially when you're a fairy.
Yeah. Okay, so Clifton, this is the summer of Clifton and mi amore.
Becoming a fairy.
Whether that means becoming a fairy, that moment when Clifton mi amore becomes a fairy. That's a children's book.
The summer I turned completely mi amore.
I totally agree.
I do too.
So I'm Clifton. It's so nice to meet y'all.
The guy was dead ass serious, being like, all right, bye. Clifton, mi amore, bye, Clifton. Literally thought Tristan's name was Clifton. No one corrected him. And
I was hurt. We had such a great bond, throughout the night. We had met previously before. Mm-hmm. And, I'm completely frigging Clifton and his, Clifton and his eyes.
His eyes and in mine as well at this point.
Yeah. I like Clifton.
I do too.
So, I mean, are you going Clifton or are you going mi amore?
Maybe the phrase Clifton mi amore. Mwah.
The summer I turned Clifton mi amore.
Yes.
Okay.
The summer Clifton turned mi amore.
Maybe
that's the title of this episode.
I think so too.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. So that's word of the week. We're going to do some prank calls really quick before it gets too late.
And if you are watching the episode and you choose to post it on your Instagram story, make sure to put the song That's Amore.
Yeah.
And when the moon touches your eyes like a pizza pie, that's amore.
So Tristan was running around like dancing to that, like with like a wine bottle. I love it.
It's great. I felt like I was in friggin'
paradise.
Okay,
so we are going to get kick-started on the prank calls this week. We haven't done them in a while. Woo!
Very excited.
So, yeah, we haven't had an influx. I tried to pull a few that I thought would answer.
Love it.
Let's start out with... okay, let's just start out with this one from Carly J.
Okay.
She said, hey, Divas, I love the pod, and I'm obsessed with you both. I want to send in my friend's number for the prank call segment.
I like how we leave in the compliments. I love you
guys. I'm obsessed with y'all. Love the podcast.
Thank you, by the way.
Her name is Hannah D. We are not screwing. And here's her number. We are both from Edmonton, Canada.
Alberta.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking at it with me. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We go to the country bar Daisy's all the time. So I think it would be funny if you said she gave you her number when she was out. This was the part that really sold me on this one. We tend to drink more than a bit. Okay.
We do too.
That one really sold me on choosing this one. We tend to drink more than a bit. So it'll be easy to convince her that you guys met at this bar. Hope you get this. Love you both. So I think
we tend to drink more than a bit.
That we do tend to drink a little bit more than a bit. I don't know if that's like a Canadian phrase, but I literally love that.
I do too.
So anyway, I thought you could call her in your Zach voice and just act like
We're
y'all
doing Zach. Okay.
hit it off. Do you have the number?
Yeah. Wait. What was her name? Hannah.
Hannah D.
All right, Hannah D.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're doing Zach today.
You do this one. Yeah. Do Zach. And then.
So we met at a bar.
The
We met at
Daisy's.
Daisy's Country Bar.
Country bar.
And what were we talking about at Daisy's Country Bar?
I think. I mean, she didn't say her job or anything, but just say like you got her a couple rounds.
And I met her friend.
Carly.
Carly.
Yeah, I met you with your friend Carly. Y'all
Carly, Kendall, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got y'all a couple rounds. Maybe be like, damn, y'all know how to drink.
Damn, y'all know how to have. Y'all used to know
How to have fun.
Before loudspeakers.
Yeah, yes, before cheap speakers. And then just be like, wanted to see if
You may want to go out.
you want to go out this weekend.
Okay. Let's hit up Daisy's again. We're going to figure out how to put this in like a...
Better audio.
Yeah. I was going to say, can we even call from Canada?
That's what I was. Can you do international calls? Who cares?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Is this Hannah?
Yes?
What's up, Hannah? Hey, I hope this isn't too forward, but hey, I got your number, from Daisy's the other night, and I've been thinking about you. And I wanted to maybe ask you out. I don't, we were having, round after round, and I just want to ask you out. And I listen, I'm lonely.
If the feeling was mutual.
I didn't know if the feeling was mutual. We were doing round after round, and I want to make sure that, you felt the same way.
What does round after round mean?
I mean, we were shooting them back. I'll tell you what. I was pretty toast.
Oh.
I was pretty toast.
As were you.
As I think you were. So that's why, I'm calling to make sure my memory's good, because I thought we hit it off. We had some really good conversations.
It seemed like it in the bathroom.
What's your name?
What's my name?
Yeah.
Zach.
Zach.
You really... So you don't remember nothing?
No, when was this?
This is about, I think, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Hey, honey, I've been thinking about you. I guess, I mean, I don't know if it was a missed, connection. I went to a psychic. And they said I was supposed to find, my
one.
lover. And you just kept coming to mind.
Yeah, I don't really remember anything. Sorry.
You don't remember nothing about me.
No.
So you wouldn't be open for a date?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, that's a shame, man. I thought we had something special.
Switch to your other voice.
So sorry.
All right. Well, love you, girl. I hope that we maybe get to talk soon. But I love you, and I hope you have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Was she serious?
What the hell? Well, that was really sweet. She was just not ready to go out with me.
She didn't give us much.
She
Hannah D,
did
you
not
didn't give us much.
I think she definitely did. Should we call and get a reaction again?
Like, tell her we were kidding?
Yeah.
Sure.
What's her? Okay.
Carly set her up for
Carly.
this.
Is this a prank?
Hey, I mean, you just got freaking pranked. I feel horrible. I feel so bad.
Your friend Carly set you up.
Your friend Carly sent us your information, and she told us y'all go to Daisy's, and she said y'all tend to drink more than a bit. So
we took it from there.
We took it from there.
Hi, Hannah. This is Channing, and Tristan just called you. We're from the Not That Y'all Care podcast.
No, you don't care.
I know you don't care nor watch it, but you have just been prank called live and on air. Is that okay?
God, awesome.
Well, tell us a little bit about the way that y'all have fun over at Daisy's.
Yeah, she said y'all tend to drink more than a bit. What does that mean, Hannah D?
Oh, we could go shot for shot with anyone.
Okay.
Even Zach?
I don't know who Zach is, but yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, well, next time we are, in that area, we are going to hit y'all up.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Add us in a group chat with Carly.
Yeah, with Carly. She set you up for this.
Carly.
And we are going to put this live on our podcast. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect. Well, we love you, honey, and send us a couple stills next time y'all are at Daisy's.
100%.
Okay, perfect.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. We love you.
Bye.
I mean, my
What a
God.
joke.
What a
joke.
complete crapshoot.
She could not care
She
less.
does not care for us.
Agreed. Okay,
You want
next.
me to read the next one? Which one do you want to do?
I think I want to do the one about this one from Kara.
Kara, let me see. Okay, Kara, I got it. Hi all, please prank call my friend Garen. She works as a server / hostess / cashier. We like saying maitre d' personally. She works at a darling Italian restaurant called Spaghetti Lane.
Love.
No Adagianas, but I love it.
Look, keep reading.
I think you would just adore. I think it would be funny if you called as the hiring managers from Adagianas trying to poach her because you're opening up a location in town and heard she is the best of the best. However, if you hate that idea, no problem, take a risk. Some more details on her. She previously worked at a place called Bagels, etc.
I also love that.
Did we make all these restaurants?
Literally.
Drives a red Volkswagen sedan. Oh, Volkswagen sister.
Yes.
Is a D1 swimmer for Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts. She is from the Windy City, Barrington, Rhode Island. I love your work to GD Death. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kara. All right, so we're gonna call Garen.
Yeah. Hi, Garen.
So what should I say? This is Danielle.
I think this is
I'm
Danielle.
calling from Adagianas Corporate. We have a location opening up. So do they live in Norton, I guess?
Let's see. Yeah, I think they live in Norton.
Okay. Heard about your work over at Spaghetti Lane, and
Your resume was passed on to me by one of your colleagues. I want to keep this very anonymous because if it gets out that we're poaching, we're gonna be in big trouble.
yeah, okay.
And pay is competitive.
Oh God, yeah, we pay out.
Mhm.
Look, I'm asking her what she gets paid at Spaghetti Lane, and
Double it.
triple it,
with
double
with
it.
benefits.
Yeah.
Benefits. Okay. Stab. Tomorrow.
We need you to
Your call has been forwarded.
just call one more time.
I'm calling you back. I've got to stop not answering calls. I know y'all don't know we're calling, but you need to be ready for our to call every time.
Hello?
Hi, is this Garen?
Yes, who's this?
Hi there. So sorry for the late call, Garen. This is Danielle from Adagianas Corporate. How are you tonight?
Hello?
Can you hear me, Garen?
Not quite.
Okay. Okay. 1 second. Can you hear me any better now, Garen?
Call back. She seemed asleep.
I think we literally woke Garen up.
We open tomorrow.
We don't have any time to waste.
Your call has been
Okay, let's do one more.
Garen, you're about to piss us off.
We're going to do one more, Garen.
Garen, I know you don't. We're going to do one more.
Your call has been forwarded.
Garen.
Garen, this is the last
Garen,
one.
what the literal hell?
Your call has been
Garen blocked us. This is our first blocking. Should we text her?
I mean, she blocked you.
Did she?
I don't know.
You try calling her.
Okay. Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you kindly.
And if you block this number, we're putting your number on the podcast. Then you will talk.
Another Alabama number is calling you right back.
We will be right back.
Your call has
Okay, I'm going to text and say,
This is urgent, Garen.
hi, Garen. This is urgent. This is Danielle, the CEO of Adagianas Corporate, giving you the job opportunity of a lifetime. We are opening tomorrow morning. Please come in tonight for training. Give me a call back as soon as you can. We will double to triple your pay, along with benefits and a 1-year retirement.
Forget, mention something about Spaghetti Lane. Forget everything you know about Spaghetti Lane. This is a completely new ballgame.
Forget everything you know about Spaghetti Lane, including your troubles, training, etc. This is a whole new ballpark within the ballgame.
Whole new ballpark within the whole new ballgame.
Hi, Garen. This is urgent. This is Danielle, the CEO of Adagios. No, baby. Adagianas.
We're on the move. We never have time to spell check.
All right. And then we'll try one more because I think I sent you a third one. Because Garen completely wants us dead.
I can't believe Garen's acting or treating us like that.
Me too. Oh, this one I like, I think, for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Please prank call my friend Carson. She's in her final year of dental school at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska. They do clinic hours now where they work on literally anyone, and I mean anyone, since it's a dental college clinic. It would not be uncommon for them to contact their personal phones either. If you could say she worked on your teeth and knocked one loose or did a root canal that completely fucked you up, it would be so funny. She's up late pretty regularly and answers random calls because of patients.
I think we should collab this one.
Okay.
Maybe you be my wife.
Okay.
And you say like he can barely talk, and I'll try to do like that. My tooth is in.
Okay, I'll just say like he has some screws loose with his two front teeth because of the dental work that you did.
It's a big job interview tomorrow. Like this can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi, is this Carson?
Yes, hi.
Hi there. This is Danielle. How are you tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I was just calling because my husband had some dental work done with you over at Creighton. You?
Yes.
And I was just wondering, I know it was you specifically, so I just had a couple questions for you because things have completely, gone astray within his mouth cavity. So a couple of his teeth have completely rocked loose.
Okay, what's your husband's name?
My husband's name is Zach.
What last name?
Adosh. What?
Can you Adagio?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
First and last name, sorry.
Oh, first name Zach. Last name Adagio.
Okay, I don't think I've seen him.
Oh, okay, because it was definitely you. This is Carson. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was definitely you. I'll let you talk to him really quick.
Okay.
Hey, ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
I could be better. I mean, I'm completely distraught. I can't believe this is happening to me. I could be a shit ton better. I've got a huge job interview tomorrow over at Spaghetti Lane restaurant. It's a big opportunity for me, and now I don't have any teeth. So I'm completely distraught. And I don't know what to say. I'm feeling embarrassed. I'm a grown man, but I'm sorry. I don't.
Carson, sorry. He's pretty upset just because he has this job interview tomorrow. Is there any way that you could come over to the house tonight and take a look at his teeth?
I'm sorry, who is this?
The patient or... Yeah, it's for my husband, Zach Adagio.
I'm so sorry, but I have not seen anyone with that name.
Okay, please, baby, please don't give me an attitude. Okay, it was your name. It's your name and number. We are going through it over here tonight. Is there, a supervisor or somebody that you want us to talk to? Because, baby, when did you go in, baby? When was that, baby?
I went in a couple months ago. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not going to quit arguing with him.
Sorry, Carson. He's pretty upset.
Well, she's saying she didn't do my teeth. She's saying she's lying now. Hey, let me tell you what. You know what? I'm not going to be disrespected like this. I come in and pay for a service, and now my teeth are all falling out, rotted out. Hey, I don't appreciate that, man. I don't appreciate that. I know you're probably a sweet young lady. I remember, when I was in there, you sweet young lady or whatever, but this is a joke.
Okay, Carson, it's okay. What can we do to troubleshoot this from here, though? I know his name might not be in the system. It might be under a different surname. Is there any way that you guys could come over to the house tonight?
No. Number one, that's completely unprofessional. And number two, if you do have a problem with the school, you can call the school directly.
I'm doing that.
I am not doing that. Oh, my God. I don't have time. I mean, he has to be at Spaghetti Lane in just a few minutes. Okay, anything else you could say that could kind of help us out some here, Carson? Work with me a little bit, and then I will turn around and give you a shit ton more, as will my husband, Zach. Hey.
Ma'am, I really don't think I've seen your husband. I would have remembered it. I know pretty much all of my patients.
About how many do you have?
I have about 50 patients.
And she don't remember me. I'm not special now. I thought we go in there. Every patient is special. Now you don't remember me. You know what? No, I'll go elsewhere. I'll take my business back elsewhere. It's like, I don't even understand.
Carson? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, this has been a complete prank call. I feel horrible.
Okay, who is this?
I feel horrible. Carson.
I feel horrible.
Carson.
Carson, I mean,
upset Carson.
Carson, I feel horrible. Abby, your friend completely freaking set
Nominated
you
you
up. Carson,
for
you got
this.
completely nominated, and we feel absolutely god awful. But it was Olivia.
Oh my God, wait, who is this?
It was Olivia J who nominated you. This is Tristan W and Channing G of the Not That Y'all Care podcast, and you just got completely. I'm sure you do not listen to it, but you just got completely. You were such a great sport. You're so professional.
I would have hung up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we love you,
Carson,
sweetheart.
I'm so sorry.
Carson, we felt
really
horrible.
Good. You were a really good sport. I couldn't let it go on much further.
Oh my goodness. I was sweating. You guys really had me sweating. I'm like curled up reading my book.
Oh no.
Don't normally call me past like 5 p.m. I thought it was an emergency.
It was.
Oh my God. It was an emergency. I have no teeth, and I have a job interview at Spaghetti Lane tomorrow.
I was like, who in the world?
Carson, you were a great sport, baby.
I mean, wow, we love you, baby.
We're going to send you briefcases of cash
Oh my goodness.
to make it
Yeah,
up
well-
to you.
I have to call her.
Yeah, please call her. You can put us in a group text, and
Yeah.
we'd love to chat y'all through. I mean, you're gonna love this. I really
You're
do.
going to love this expert on the podcast.
You
Expert.
guys are funny. I was like, who in the living hell?
Hey, when we do have a podcast called Not That Y'all Care, I know
Look
you
it
don't
up.
care for it, but
Go ahead and look it up. No, you won't
I know
listen
you
to
would
it.
never watch it after we
We
put you through absolute hell in a handbasket.
We do like prank calling portions, and we've taken some public submissions. So you were on our list this week. So speak with Olivia J.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
I'm
Love
sorry we
you.
disrupted your evening. All right. We love you, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
She
feel
seems like
bad.
a sweetheart.
I feel bad. I literally would have hung up.
I know. I would have been so
She
overwhelmed.
stayed through.
She did. She actively stayed
You
through.
turned up the heat up on her, didn't you?
Mm.
Gotta do it sometime.
Well, that's just been our episode. Thank y'all so much for listening today.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Sorry again, we missed last week. I hope this made it up to you. I'm sure you didn't like it much at all.
I totally agree.
Oh, we do have some, special ideas coming forth and brushing out through, hopefully soon.
Hopefully our site was prepared next week with the accidental fall of that poster.
Yeah, order some command hooks and we're going to get something fixed up there. Tomorrow is my 7K. Y'all, please tune in. I'm so excited for it. You're not yawning, are you?
I was yawning a little bit
We
bringing
have
it up.
worn him out.
Honest to God. Make sure to tune in to 7K Live. Turn on your post notifications.
For
Subscribe
this, yes.
for this podcast, for Channing's YouTube. Make sure to keep on rating us, comment, like, subscribe. I mean, we can't thank y'all enough for
Yeah.
all the opportunities and such. And we
I
can't
agree.
wait to see how this grows.
How it flourishes out and what, we did this kind of South versus LA segment today. Any other topics y'all want us to cover in any upcoming podcasts? We're going to keep sticking to the word of the week and the prank calls, but anything else that y'all want to see, let us know. Please let us know, and we will continue to stay in touch and kind of go from there.
All right. Love y'all.
Love
and
y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks
and have
for
a blessed
watching.
evening.
Very blessed. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.